Good afternoon, everyone. I am back. Still recovering from everything, and it'll be a while. As many people know, many people have lost people. Grieving does not have a time set, and there's still so much that I have happening. And waiting on something dramatic that happened last week after 2 funerals. But I'm surviving. I'm holding on. I'm getting through it. And I got back home to my home in Quebec at Saturday evening around 9:30, 10. Well, no, earlier than that. It was around 10 to 9, but I've been gone and Jacob wanted me to do his quiet time with him. So I basically came in, dropped my suitcase, threw on pajamas, and did quiet time with him. And then Sunday, they were going to Hawkesbury for the day, and another Gab's friend and son were supposed to go, and they canceled. And Jacob was, Tia, come, Tia, come, Tia, come, please, Tia, come. So because we hadn't spent any time, I went with them, and we were gone for the day. And so today is really the only not even first full day, because I had an appointment at 11 a.m. today. So, and you know what? I was fussy cutting while I was gone, in between everything happening, 2 funerals, going to the hospital, and, and spending time with my pastor's family. His one daughter and me are very close, and she lives in Alabama. We seen each other last year for one Sunday afternoon. Because at the wedding that we both went to, we were like total opposite tables, total opposite end. So we didn't even really get a chance to talk there. But this time home, with her father being in the hospital, I was there the night. We waited all night for him to pass and go home. And so I got to spend time with the whole family there. Then in the morning, we had to do a few things for the hospital things before we left the hospital. And then we went out for breakfast together. Mrs. Bryant, whose husband passed, and Holly, whose dad passed. They weren't ready to go home yet, so we went out for brunch together. Breakfast, because it was around 11:30, so it still was technically, So, I got to spend time with them. So I'm home. I'm trying to get into the flow of things. Things are a little messy here, so, I want to get working on things. I want to tidy. I want to do this. I want to do that. Because I've been gone for 2 weeks. I've got things flowing through my head that I want to create, so many different things. So, and one of the things I found down there is this vintage blue pad of paper. The top is off. Believe it or not, I'm going to fold this half over and put it in a journal. Just like that. It's a good cardstock. I could even turn it into a tag easily. But I thought it'd make a neat page. Now, where I took the sticker off, because it was 75 cents, but I'll put like maybe a sticker or a cluster there. Or who knows what we'll do, a corner pocket. And it's just got that, it's just really nice. So, I don't know how old this is. But it's, when the person bought it, it was 75 cents. Believe it or not, and they still sold it for 75 cents. But it's a really nice shade of blue. It does have a bit of real vintage aging to it. So, and the reason I pulled it out is because I might put my blue journal that we're working on. I might just put a blue sheet of it, fold it in half, and stuff it in a pocket. So I'm going to put that in the pile. So, before I left, remember we started this blue flip-flop journal. I did a few things before we left. I did this flip out. Did that little paint thing. I did this one up. I took the book page and I collaged on it, and then I did another flip out. This journal is going to have a lot of flips and flops. Excuse me. And and then I created just it's a cluster, but I glued it down type thing. Just added 3 pieces. to the bottom of the page so that there was writing. So this doesn't have writing. It's just, sometimes you just want a pretty page in it. There's lots of writing there. So we're working through. I put that girl as the pocket. Now I just seen today someone do something and I wished I had a sewing machine that I could have sewn that pocket in. But that's okay. I'm not worried about that. And then I have that tag I already had partially done. I don't know what I'm putting on that yet, or if I'm going to leave it that way. So I'm just tucking that in for now, like that. So those are the pages I got to go. And unfortunately I used a wet glue, and I don't know why I did. Now I see it through there. So this might end up having another pocket as well. But earlier today, I was just flumping around on the internet trying to get motivated. And my phone, I gotta do a lot of yawning, guys. I'm worn out, guys. Emotionally, my eyes hurt so bad. My pastor's funeral was on Friday, so you know, not a lot of time in between. I'm gonna cut this out because this is a pocket I made. Some paper I found, some freebies I found, and then I downsized it and decided I wanted to do something with it. Just not sure where I'm putting it yet. I mean, literally right now, I think I could curl up in the couch and sleep. I am so tired. I mean, the train ride is hard, and it always takes me a few days to recover from the train ride and the traveling. And then yesterday, I shouldn't have gone yesterday because it was more traveling and being out. And then I had to be up early for the appointment this morning. So I just feel like I need a day just to sleep. But I'm so anxious to get back to things and get working on things and getting things in my shop. I have one really fun thing coming. I'm going to be doing some paper bundles together. I got a few different things I'm working on to start going in the shop, hopefully by the end of this week. And then I've got things coming up. I have a scoop of wonderfulness. I'm going to have a few coming up, but the one that's ready right now, I'm just taking the other ones or smaller ones I haven't got ready. I'll just show you real quick. Look at all this. There is charms, there are beads, there are all kinds of different types of charms. I mean, that can be, like, they all have where they can be put on. There's all kinds of different, let me just flop a few things and you'll see there's lots of different goodies in here. Vintage buttons, all kinds of things in here. And, you know, it'll be a scoop and it'll be in my Purple Hearts Creations by Chrissy. And I've still got some things to come to go in there. And it's going to be $5 a scoop. And 3 scoops. If you get 3 scoops, then there's a gift for it. Then there's a paper one coming. And there's going to be one with flowers and bows and doilies as well. I've got a few different scoop things coming. And so I opened some of my stuff up on my site, Purple Hearts Creation. If you want to see some of it, I did some of the dumping of the stuff on the Purple Hearts Creation earlier. That's coming up at the beginning of May. And I'm just cutting around this pocket. I'm trying to decide if I want to... See, I could just do it like this if I wanted to, but I don't want to cover all of that up. But I thought this would be pretty as a background. But, I mean, I can always change it up if I decided to. It's just something I found. I have lots of stuff already, but I saw this and I really just loved the paper, so I downsized the paper. Put those there. My throat's sore today. I'm not feeling the best. but it could be just exhaustion too. So like I thought of putting the pocket right on the background. Of course I have to still trim it up some and have that in the background. But I kind of see like that. Kind of like that. Do I want it on this blue striped? I'm just going to look through and see what pages. See, it also would look good, you know, if I'd done it like this too. But I really like the pop it has on there. So let's just see. There is the music page we can do. There is this. Because it just has to sit. Because if I don't want that whole, because this is the white, right? And I was going to do some collaging and flipping. So I may not do that right away. I'm not, and I hate covering up digitals. So far I'm liking it on the back of the music page. I don't think the stripe, I like it as much on the stripe. I'm really liking the music page so far. I think it just helps pop it. Let's pop over here. Let's just see if there's something in this pocket. No, I think I'll... Okay. This is like when you have a digital, just let's go back, and you don't want to do a collage or add a flip. Doing this will add a nice way, because I could put that right up to the top and right there and cover up almost that whole page without even trying. But I'm really liking it on the music page. Let's go back to the music page. It's somewhere in here. Where is it? So I think that's what I'm going to do. First I want to trim it up the side a little bit here. Not perfectly straight, but it's good enough. And there's no sense, depending on how much I want to show of that music paper. If I put the bottom right to the bottom, kind of like that. But I want to corner round this. But what I want to do is I don't want all of this down here wasted. It's so nice. We might be able to use it somewhere else. I'm just going to put a line in here. If I can see that line I just did. Somewhat. 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 I don't know if I can tear this with a ruler or not, because it's where is that line again? And I want to go a little bit down that line just so that it has and then we can use that for, it can be a tag. So it doesn't go to waste, and there's no sense of it sitting underneath. And I want to corner around this. There we go. And I think before I glue it in, I want to kind of glue it on. I'm going to have to let that dry a bit because I went a little too far down there. turn that up good enough. Oh, darn it. I'm silly. I can't do that. Okay, we have to wait because I was silly. I was silly, guys. So we're just going to let that dry for a second and let that glue dry because I wasn't supposed to do that. I was not supposed to do that. Let's flip that in there. So now we have this. See, again, this is where something like that could become a pocket, but I don't like that with it. It could go on here as a little pocket if we wanted it to. That is something, or it can become I'm sorry if I'm quiet, guys. I know normally I talk and talk and talk, but my brain is so tired. Little fussy cut scissors, so I can cut around this. And I'm not going to put that other little one because it's just not going to do that. I hope everybody's been good while I'm gone. I have really missed doing my videos and talking with you guys. My crafting really brings a lot of peace of mind. So, any minute you'll probably hear people come in. It'll be Jacob and Andre, Jacob returning from school. So he might do two things. He might run downstairs to see me because he's still a little attached to me right now. He will be for a few days. My kitty cats are sleeping somewhere. Not only was my mind busy and I couldn't get it turned off last night, Pika, when I'm gone for the first little while, is very clingy. I think she started at 7:30 wanting to be pet, and I'd pet her for a few minutes. I fell back to sleep, and then she'd want to be petted again, and I think we did that till my alarm went off at 9. So even though I was in bed till 9, I wasn't sleeping that whole time, and it felt like every time I'd finally get back into a deep sleep, then she'd wake me up. She wouldn't do it when I was trying to get back to sleep. She'd wait till I was in my sleep, and then she'd say, "Hey, wake up, wake up, wake up." Pet me, pet me, pet me. So that was my night, my morning. When I came home from my meeting today and got home, and I made lunch for me and I made lunch for Andre because he took time off work to drive me to this meeting. Mind you, it was only 5 minutes in and out. It's still almost a 15-minute drive across town, 15-minute drive across, so he still lost about 45 minutes of work. So I made his lunch because he did it technically on his lunch hour. I was thinking that might look good there. We wanted to make that into a nice pocket, but I don't know if I like that background. Then we would have to put a background on that. Where else would this look good as a pocket? This could look good as a pocket here, depending if I want to. I could do like a middle pocket like this, but I think it looks funny with that. I think it needs to be, but where was that page? Remember I said it would look good there too. I think it might look good right there. Problem is this little part here can't stick out because unless I had a little closer on this side. Can I take a small sliver off that side nice and easily? Yes, I can. It's just when I fold this, this is where your fussy cutting skills come in. I'm going to have to take these flowers in just a little bit. I'll just reshape them as I go in a bit and trim them off a little bit so that we don't really need that and we don't really need that. So we leave it like that. You still get a good idea of how it is. Okay, I think that'll be perfect pocket there. I think so. I hope so. I hope that works. And that's ink up this. It needs some inking. But I was able to go to church the 2 Sundays I was home. That was really nice. The pastor of the church, Pastor Sean Gooding, is a really, really good preacher. Really good preacher. If you ever want to hear good messages, let me know, and I'll give you the link to his services, online services. He's just a phenomenal preacher. I have known him since I was 15. I was actually at a service at his church in Mississauga. I went to church in Guelph, but we'd go and associate with the church in Mississauga, youth rallies and other picnics, and sometimes we would go up there Sunday services, especially because we didn't have a baptismal, so we'd go up there to baptize our members. And I was there when he surrendered to the ministry. I was 16. I think he was 18 when he surrendered to the ministry. Or he was 17 and I was 15. In that age. He was young when he surrendered to the ministry. But I have been under him he's been my pastor for several times in my young adults and into my late 20s and into my 30s, and always an amazing preacher. Amazing preacher. And he actually has a good singing voice as well. He was very blessed with that. His mother had an exceptional voice. Exceptional voice. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful voice. But she passed away in February as well. I went to her funeral when I was home last time when I was going to Jamaica. By the way, I'll make it clear, Pastor Sean Gooding is my ex-husband, and we happen to be friends. We were able to keep our friendship, and even his wife, and even at service, his daughter will sit with me or hug me, and we're very fortunate that way. Very, very fortunate that way. And he's an amazing preacher. Amazing preacher. And I might be a little bit biased, but some people would say not, because I separated. I was the one that went for the separation and divorce. But he is an amazing preacher. And he loves the Lord. And so those that aren't into church, I apologize, but a lot of my followers are. So what I said about that blue paper, I'm just going to show you. Not everything has to be a tag. Sometimes you can just tuck in a nice note paper as well. I don't know how far down that will go. You can also just thing. And you know what I thought would be neat in this is I don't have one, I don't think right now. I might just put a photograph, like a black and white photograph in front of that, like a little journal card. I don't think I printed anything like that. And I don't think I have any left in mine, the size I'm looking for. I know I have minis. Oh, maybe this. I would have to put it on a cardstock. 2 ideas I have floating here. Oh, pick up the baskets. Maybe not a black. We'll see how the color goes. I have 2 ideas here. Here, I can hear Jacob coming now up the stairs outside. I got a snack ready before I started this. Now this journal, we're just basically working through, so you can do other things while you listen to me. You can, I know a friend of mine was, hello monkey love, how was school? Good. That's good. That one could be really, I think that one will be really nice there. Okay. And what we're going to do, we could do this several ways. We can, I think I have some, I have to get organized because I have my base journal cards sitting up, not even in a box. I think most of these are too wide. I'm just seeing what I have. Yeah, they're too wide. Because even something like, if I wanted it to be bigger, right, I could have done that. But I don't want to ruin that base. And that's all too big. I think I made all those really big. I don't think I made narrow ones. Yeah, most of those are too big. Okay, but that's not. This is something I would recycle, and that is not. Oh, this will be, does that fit on there? I'll cut it to go on there. It's what I get my HP ink in, and I save them. I'm just going to move that tag for a second. We're going to put glue on the back of this. I'm going to try my best to get this lined up. There we go, and then we'll trim it. And today's Earth Day, so look, I recycled something, which many of us already do, right? I do, all my envelopes sit up here from packages. Some of my packages, like I got some beautiful Happy Mail. That was so nice to come home to Happy Mail. I get these beautiful envelopes. Two things I sometimes do is sometimes I'll use the envelope itself for the pocket. Right? Sometimes I will, this is a nice card. It's really nice. So I'll put stamps on it. And then I'll, like this, a lot of this stuff I'll try to peel off the best I can without tearing it. It was so nice because I'm so sad, and it was just so nice to come home to that Happy Mail sitting and waiting. Now it was things I already swapped with other people, but it's still Happy Mail to me. Anytime I do a swap, it's happy stuff for me. You know, to come home and open some neat packages with some beautiful stuff in it. Actually, I kind of forgot they were coming, so sometimes I did try to take those type of things off. See, I'm going to say something, guys. I hear that people can't mail to Canada because it's expensive. This, now that it ripped, this was $1.55, and what she mailed in it for me, let me see if I can show you. She always puts it in like cardstock like this, but where did I put that stuff? Why am I blind? I'll show you another one, and I combined them so this is thicker. And so she sent me 1, 2, 3. She sent me this, and she sent me some frames, and she put it in like this, right? She kept it flat. She put it in this envelope. So sometimes, I know we like to send big Happy Mails, but you know, if you have somebody in Canada you see doesn't get a lot of Happy Mail, you just do this, and this cost her $1.55 to send to me. Right? And she put it in there just to protect it from being damaged. And she sent me like some beautiful die-cut frames. Right? And look at how many she was able to put in there. Right? Because I mean, you can send flat stuff very easily and make a small Happy Mail. Now, she sent me 2 because she knows I love the die cut. So she sent it 2, and believe it or not, I do this sometimes too. Instead of making it very thick, it ends up being cheaper, even though it's $1, 2 and 2. Sometimes if you put it all together, it costs way more than that. Would be $3.10. A lot of times that would cost you $5 or $10 if it was thicker, because when it's thick, it doesn't fit through the certain slot, so they charge you a different shipping rate. I've learned that even with my business. I was sending paper to New Zealand for an order. Someone ordered paper packs from me, and there were 4 paper packs, and I had at first put them all together in the envelope, and it was going to cost me around $30. And I said, no, no, no. I took it home. I put 2 paper packs in 2 different envelopes, and it only cost me $20. So because as the weight goes up in it, the more they charge you. So sometimes it's better to send 2 packages and just, does that fit? Oh no, too bad. Too bad, so sad. So sometimes it's just better to do it that way. I don't want to waste that full page. Oop, I thought I was just about to throw something on the floor. Oh. Of course, every piece I'm going to have is going to be too small. I try to use up my smaller ones before I, you know. It doesn't look like I have any more paper set in there. I thought I had done some. See, it's going to look really cute. It's just sitting in there like that. And then doesn't mean you can't add more to this. I could easily, if I wanted to, I could pull in a paper scrap if I wanted to. I could put some pearls on the tip of it, which I might end up doing. I could put a little blue lace on here. For now, I'm not going to do much to it. I might come back and embellish it in a little bit, because I didn't pull all my lace out yet, and I need to do that. Oh, I moved that so I could look for a blank piece of paper, and I don't think I put any blank in here yet. Oh, I really need a drink of water, guys. Sorry. I have a bit of a sore throat. So. That's better. Here we go. This will work perfectly. So we'll just glue this on the back. I actually know what I'm going to do with this. Maybe we'll do it. I think I have time. After I glue this, I'm going to see if I've got enough time. I think I know what I'm going to do. I think I know what I'm going to do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. You hear my waffle singing? It was so nice when we were at the, when Pastor Brian, Mr. B, as I call him, his daughter called me at 11, can you come to the hospital on Tuesday evening? And she said it's going to be any time now. I'll tell you, that man is a fighter. He's 87. He had a liver transplant, I think it was 30 years ago. Yeah. He was the longest surviving liver transplant and not on rejection medication. He's had knee replacement. He's had, he was on dialysis. He had hip replacement. He had something removed, not his colon. Spleen? I don't know. Something removed. I can't remember. And this man kept going. And this man preached up to 2019. And then he retired because he couldn't do it anymore with the illnesses and everything. But even at 2019, that's still 5 years. He was in his 80s and still preaching. You know, he was a warrior, a God's warrior. And a loving man, a loving man. When I was young and teaching Sunday school in there, I was teaching Sunday school at the age of 16, 17. But we had a lot of young kids from the what we call Ontario housing. You know, a lot of families, and a lot of times he'd go in the house, he would dress those kids, comb their hair, get them out to the church van, get them in the church van, come for Sunday school. Then we'd have, of course, morning worship, and then they would go for junior church, and then Mrs. Bryant, his wife, me, and sometimes Holly or Kelly or whatever ladies were there that day that helped with junior church. We switched around. Right, we rotated so everybody got to go up to service every once in a while. We would feed those kids because a lot of times they hadn't eaten. So we would, before we started teaching them, we would feed their tummies, have a decent snack, like a little snack. We fed them because we weren't even sure if they would go home and get a good meal. So we did that for years. He would get out of that church van, go in the house, get those kids. He made sure they were in church. Always. Always, always. He was amazing at that. And sometimes it meant we were late on Sunday morning starting, but he didn't care. What was more important, those kids come to church and be surrounded with people who were going to help them, take care of them, and to show them that there were people there that, you know, and we did that. That church was that type of ministry. We didn't, you know, we weren't that church there for the wealthy or the money. And he served the people of Guelph and the people that have come in and out of his church. I'm looking for some supplies for something I'm going to try with you guys. We're going to see how it turns out. I need some more of this because it's going quickly. Oops! I just didn't sit gracefully in my chair and I knocked my lace thing. Okay. Jacob is laughing away up there. This stuff gets hard really easily, and it's back in its container and it's supposed to be airtight, but man, it does not take much. Whoops. For it to lose its, but it's okay. Because I think once I put some paint on it, that's really sad that it did that. It's in its airtight container. And I'm just hoping I can still use it. Shake up my paint. You can use any paint. You could use a distress spray. They're very expensive here. And then even on Amazon Canada, it's hard to get them. Even these are like $17 or up for me. And I know they're the best quality, but even that, we don't get the amount of colors you guys get. Things like that. Sometimes, not lately, but I need to save up. It'll be a while. I've got to pay for this ticket that I just went home with. By the time I changed it twice to stay, it ended up costing me over $400. Money has never been a thing for me. Family and friends have always been my first thing. I believe God provides. Other people believe the universe provides. However you believe, that's fine. Okay, I had it here. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Did I bury it? Is that why I can't see it? Yep, there it is. And I know He'll provide. And I'm not worried about that. Not worried. Where did I put it? So I want to take, and I think I want to do it right here. So I'm just going to take some, and I'm just going to plaster it on there. Make sure I fill in all the holes with my plaster. You can decide how much of it you want to put on. think that's about what I want. And I don't want it really thick, so I'm just scraping off the top. And then I'm going to pull it off. And there. And see, I don't like these pieces, and this is the great thing about this stuff. As I can, so it probably come off better if I let it dry. There we go. That's perfect. Perfect, perfect. And you wonder what I'm going to do with the rest of it, because I still have lots. I never waste this stuff. That might be too small of a page. Let's do this. Let's do this. We're going to pull one of these out, because we could put it in a journal somewhere. I'm going to put that. I think we'll just go ahead and still use this rose one. And now I want this one to be as thin as I possibly can get it. Use as I didn't even check how much time we had left. Let's do that. We're probably getting close, aren't we, guys? It goes so fast. Oh, we're only 42. We're doing amazing. Amazing. No fears there whatsoever. So we just pull that off. Wow, look at that, guys. Wow, that came out so nice. I should have put a paper underneath it, but silly me didn't think about it. There we go. Little piece in the garbage. How nice is that? Where was that little piece? This is great too, because even this, like, I have just a wee little bit, and I'm going to see if I can't spread that out and put a little bit of a, especially if I take some from up there. And even with this, I could, if I wanted to, wouldn't care if there's some white in it mixed in with, oh, maybe not that much. Take and mix some white in there. We're just playing here, guys. And like, I'm not using this moment, but instead of wasting the blue I had, I took it and I could use this in a cluster on the, you know, there. So we're just going to leave that like that. See, and you can't even tell I put the white on there. Okay, let's stop playing with that, because I'm making a mess. I'm making a mess. But that means I want to go make some of those pink ones up. Do some pink and some purple in there. And get them ready for a paper package. That I have to wash. You probably hear Jacob coughing upstairs. I'm coughing. He's been sick, so I just love that. How beautiful is that? Just beautiful. Okay, somehow I don't want this on my journal. Sorry, guys. I wasn't thinking. That's still good enough. It's so dry anyways. The paint, like even though, like right now, if I just use the white doesn't spread as easily. But when I put the paint, this is just, I got this at Dollar Tree. It's just a tempera spray paint. I can't find it anymore. I bought a few colors in it. And it actually mixes really well. And sometimes I water it down like really loosely. And I'll actually dye paper with it too. You know what? I'm just tempted to see. Just tempted to see. Let's try. We're going to try one more thing together. Since we got things out here and playing, let's rip this off. Guys, let's rip that off. I love that, don't you guys? It's beautiful, beautiful. And see how much nicer it laid than this one? Because the less I had, the thinner I made it. So it all depends. We're going to play for a second, guys. Just for a second. We're going to take that same stencil that I don't know where I just put. Yes, I know where I put it. That same stencil. And there's still lots of it on here. I keep taking it, putting what I can in there. Let's try something. I don't know how well this is going to work, guys. This does not want, only thing that happens with this, you spray one time and the spray doesn't work again. We're going to try something. I'm going to see. I don't know if I can use this or if I need a paintbrush. And I don't know if I have, maybe my finger. Yeah, my finger will work. My finger will work. It's a part of art. You get messy. I just want to see how this turns out. Some of it I'm doing darker in other areas and lighter in other areas. So I'm going back and trying to get some paint off of another area because I want some of the flower lighter here. So it's more see-through in some areas. We'll see how this works. I want to maybe put just a touch on my finger here. Okay, let's see how it works. Doesn't work as nicely. What do you think? Leave me in the comments what you think of that. It doesn't get as much definition as the other does. Maybe once it dries, we'll see more. We'll put it aside and maybe by the time we finish in a few minutes, we might see. Welcome to my world of... I always wash that up later. There we go. Now we have this, and what I'm going to do to this as well is I'm going to take, and I'm going to pull 2 pearls off. I don't know how well this glue is going to work because I didn't have it tipped upside down while I was gone because I had this fear it would start running out. So we got to give it a second. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I need to buy some clear glue. I've only got white glue. I need some clear. Come on, I just need a little bit. Come on. Usually I leave it upside down, but I didn't want to. There we go. It finally came, guys. It finally came. Put it upside down now. Come on. I hate doing it that way. Come on. Yes, if I had the little tweezer things, it probably would work. I really didn't want them that far apart. Thank God that glue dries clear. There we go. Do I even like the pearls on it? There we go. That's dry. We're just going to slide that in the pocket. There we go. The other thing is you really don't see the paper underneath it. I mean, even a little piece, some of that there would have been really nice on the pocket here. But there we go. There's a pocket done. We got to decide what we're going to do here because of that glue. I'm so upset at that. We'll put another, I guess we're going to put another pocket on that side. Or, where did that frame go? Let's see. I'm sure we got to be getting close now, guys. With me playing around with the paints and the ink. Now, if you think I'm going to leave that white, I'm not. I was thinking of finding a picture. Could do something like that, because the gold kind of goes with the gold around that. We could do that. And then what I would do is try to find something and put it in it, right? Oh, it's too bad that bow's too big, because that might have been cute. Right, where I could cut those ladies out. I don't know how they would look in there, so maybe we have enough time to cut those ladies out and think about that. Let's see. Oh, it's 52. 8 minutes, people. 8 minutes. I want to thank you for joining me today. I know we didn't get a lot done, but we played around with a technique. Well, we didn't get that pocket in. Darn it all. I'm not going to fully cut these guys out, guys. I'm going to, because I want to get that pocket on. The pocket I thought we would get done, we're not getting done because of my boo-boo. No, I don't like them there anyways. That's why I wanted to cut it somewhat out to see if I even liked it. I'm not going to put that there yet because that could change. Let's pop back to where we're going to put this pocket. This, and see if we can't get this glued on now. What I'm not supposed to do is I'm not supposed to glue here because it's a pocket. I only want the edge. Only the edge. Silly me, but I want the edge for the other side too. So we're just going to go like this, up after like this. Then we're going to put this on, enough to cover that. I don't want, oh, I want to get that straight. Ah, stupid. See, I'm out of practice, guys. I'm out of practice. And of course I put that glue down. Of course when I'm hurrying, right? Sometimes it's easier to use the fingers and spread a little. And also that makes it not so thick. I gotta wipe the glue off my hands. My poor fingers between the... There we go. Make sure that's attached. And you'll notice I didn't put glue on the top because I thought, oh, it'd be neat. It can be a double pocket. There we go. It's probably not in camera. Let me put that in there. There we go. Now we can put something in there. And we can put something in there next time. So we have a double pocket. Okay, so we got a couple things done today. We got this pocket that I can't close. And we got this pocket. We got this made. We got the paper behind there. And we thinking about this. But we did do that and this and the other one. And where did I put the other one? It's not too bad when it dries. It's not too bad. As it dries, it gets more definition, and I still like it, and I will use it. This one, which also would be pretty just tucked in, or it can be glued down and made into a journal card, and I could put a butterfly here. I don't think I have a fussy cut butterfly here. Or I could put a bow on it. Oh, wait. Thinking if I find a small blue bow. Anyways, thank you for joining me today. I don't think I have a blue butterfly fussy cut yet. All right, see, I was even thinking that in there. Or she could go on there, but I think a blue butterfly will be perfect on that. We just don't have one right now. We'll get one cut out. Yeah. But I also like the idea of a bow on. Would have been cute on the top of it. But then it covers the word sonnet. It just depends on how much you want that to be seen. But a bow would look cute on that, wouldn't it? What do you think? The bow or just the butterfly, or bow and butterfly? I love how that turned out. That turned out so beautiful. So I'm going to have to make some more of those. Thank you for joining me. You have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you tomorrow. Not sure what we're going to do tomorrow yet. I'll think of something. I will think of something, hopefully. To get my brain set back in to being creative again. So let's just clean that up while we're talking. And please, if you don't follow, subscribe. I would love you to subscribe to my channel. If there's something you would like to see me do, comment below. I'd be happy to see if I can do it for you. And liking and comment on the video goes a long way to help me, guys. And I greatly appreciate it if you're able to. Have a wonderful evening. Bye for now.